sounds great, man. I'm really in the mood to hear you playing. Just rock out. For sure, man. For sure, man. Thanks for joining. Just gonna shred it up for a little bit. For a little bit, I'll just play some solo stuff. Just getting warmed up, actually. So, what are you guys working on? Cool flame on the neck. I bet it has nice, I'm not sure what word that is. But yep, nice flame on the neck for sure. Love the flame. This thing is just, yeah, the flame is just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, man. Super just beautiful. You look at it just... Oh, we got another super chat. Well, our first super chat of the day from Mr. Sir. What's up, brother? Hey, what's up, Mr. Sir? Appreciate having you on the live stream again, man. Thank you, as always, for always donating for the super chats, man. Really appreciate you, man. Gonna do some more shred for you, Mr. Sir. Mr. Sir. Someone said I sub. Appreciate you. Anyone who's new here who is not subscribed, would appreciate if you subscribe. I'm getting so close to 100,000 subscribers. I'm about to actually hit 95,000 probably in the next couple days. I'm letting that coffee kick in so I can play extra fast today. Play some blues licks with some soul. Sure, why not? I love your tone and feel. I love your tone, touch, and feel, and your shred is marvelous. Thank you. And too much distortion for blues style. Eric Johnson vibes from this. Let's keep those Eric Johnson vibes going. Appreciate everyone. Thank you. Pretty cool, fast. This is what I call a shred blues lick. You had that sort of a blues scale kind of thing going on. A little bit of Yngwie, yeah, it has a little bit of Yngwie in there. But that lick right there is really cool. I love this lick. Harmonically, what can we expect from your EP? That's a good question. Lots of just rock-based harmony with a little bit of classical influenced harmony. Really, not anything too complex. Just basic stuff, rock, but still melodic. You know. And Holdsworth, love Holdsworth, man. He's great. I just don't know how to play his style. But I do work on some of the legato type stuff he does, where he does hammer-on only legato, where you kind of use only hammer-ons. That's cool right there. That's cool. Using hybrid picking for some reason. I'm not sure why I'm doing that. Coffee's starting to kick in. That caffeination. This is a cool way of playing the melodic minor scale with 3 and 4 notes per string. Check this out. Equipment you're using sounds incredible. Thank you. So I saw a question earlier about what equipment I was using, so I'll just talk about that really quickly. So this is a Kiesel Delos, Kiesel Delos, my trusty Kiesel Delos. I'm a signed Kiesel Guitars artist, in case you guys don't know, and I'm playing also through Polychrome DSP, the plugin called the McRocklin Suite. Great stuff. So, yep, that's the gear I'm using right now. It's gear I'm using right now. Sounds really good. It's actually an interesting way to play this pattern right here. Let's try it up here. I'm using hybrid picking, as usual. Actually, it might be a little bit of Swiber picking going on here. Actually, I'm not sure what's going on here. Quite honestly, it's cool though. It's the lick that actually Paul Gilbert plays in that live solo. Yeah, that's Swiber picking for sure. It's actually tough to do that because you got to do upstrokes to pass that B string right here. That's interesting. I actually like that a lot. Let me work on that a little bit more. Interesting how I keep going with consecutive upstrokes once I get to the G string. I usually wouldn't do that, but for some reason, Swiber picking is actually making that much easier. So let's keep working on that. That's actually really nice. Really nice. I like that. Let's try it with some more harmonic minor shapes. Swiber is so hard. Interesting you say it's so hard because it's actually designed to make everything a little bit easier. Funny enough. Anyone else here in the chat using Swiber picking? It's a really cool technique. Really cool technique. Somehow I keep going through that B string and it actually sort of sounds pretty clean in my opinion. I don't know actually how I'm able to do that so effortlessly with this technique, but here we are doing it. Interesting. Actually wouldn't work that well with that technique, or with that level of string skipping. Do you know Marshall Harrison? I used to watch him. Yeah, I know Marshall Harrison. He was actually on one of these live streams, I think a couple weeks ago. Yeah, he's great. Really good. He does the Swiber thing on a, crazy level for sure. So yeah, I'm just working on, yeah, he's amazing. But yeah, to keep working on this technique. This is really cool to work on techniques on live streams because you're gonna see me work out what happens when I make mistakes. So if I make a mistake, this is how quickly I correct mistakes. That's what's cool. And yeah. Who's your most favorite guitarist? Honestly, probably Randy Rhoads, just because he inspired me so much early on. And his solos and all of his compositions are just, timeless in my opinion. But yeah, working on this technique right now. This is really sweet. Yeah, that's a way I do economy picking practice. You do ascending one mode, then descending the next mode. This is actually a really great. This is a really great way of practicing scales. But hold on, I see a question I like here. You said in a previous live it took you years to nail down sweeps. What helped you master the technique? I would say muting in 3-string arpeggios. So just being able to mute. So work on 2 and 3-string arpeggios. Mute really heavily. Use this technique where you go upstroke, pull off, up, down, and then sort of repeat. And then obviously sweep as normal when you're ascending. Then for 5-string sweeps, I was always, good at the one string or 1 note per string arpeggios. Like if you have A major, that was always no problem. What really was the problem was actually, he's saying it right here. How did you develop rolling technique? That's what happened was I had to develop rolling technique now to get these kind of arpeggios. So if we have F sharp minor, I just relied on heavily muting all the arpeggio shapes until I eventually got it clean. So it wasn't something I consciously did. I almost thought that I would never get the rolling technique down at one point. I was like, you know what? This seems way too hard and difficult. So I just worked on the 1 note per string arpeggios. And that's basically what I did. Was working on 1 note per string arpeggios. And then eventually I just muted everything heavily to the point where it sounded clean without focusing on the, actual technique itself. So, and then eventually it just sort of fell right into place where I could just easily get the rolling motion down. All because of me basically having a good muting technique. All because of muting technique. Now I don't really focus that much on the muting, even though I think I have great muting technique still. I just don't need to focus on it or rely on it super heavily anymore, just because I've gotten so good at sweeping like this that I just it just all fell into place. You know what I mean? All fell into place, which is how it's supposed to work, in my opinion. Just practice it, medium speed, because I don't necessarily practice things slowly. I don't believe that sweeping, or I should say for sweeping, I would never practice it slowly because it's not the same technique fast as it is slow. You know what I mean? Here, I'm going to go to a question I saw that I liked. Would hammer-ons and pull-offs work with Swibren picking? Swibren hammer picking? I never actually came to that conclusion. Well, I would say the picking technique, so when you're using legato technique, it's more like legato focused, whereas picking, there's sort of like pick strokes that sort of, lend itself to, the names of the techniques. That's why it's called Swibren picking, because it's economy picking or sweep picking with hybrid picking. You know what I mean? Which is easier for you, upward sweeps or downward sweeps? It's a good question. Honestly, I think it's about 50-50. It used to be us sending sweeps when I first started, when I wasn't very good at sweeping. But when I got really good at sweeping, it really didn't matter, you know. But in the beginning, it was definitely ascending. But now descending, I have no problem with that technique. Do you have any guitars with scallop necks? Yes, I have one. It's my Kiesel Headless Delos. Have you ever seen that purple, blue, crackle finish guitar on my channel? It's that one. And if anyone is interested in guitar lessons with me, all you got to do is check out the link in the description. There's a course that you can check out, and also there's a link that you can, or an email that you can, you know, contact if you want to do one-on-one private lessons. Limited availability, of course, but if you're interested, just you know, email. That Lydian with that open G string when you're in B minor. Coffee break. Nothing like a little bit of coffee and guitar, man. My favorite combo. See how fast you can get that with economy picking? Economy picking, you can get that so fast. And also, to the person's question who asked about sweep picking, what are you better at, ascending or descending? I believe that was what the question was. Too far to scroll up now, but either way, I'm actually, right now, I feel a lot better at descending economy picking, which is sort of like sweep picking, in the aspect of you got to always pick in the same direction that you're, you know, going in. So yeah. Bro, show me your effect setting, please. I'm just using a preset from Polychrome DSP on the plugin. It's called the McRocklin Suite. But yeah, I'll show you an example, though, of the economy picking thing, though. If the person who asked the question is still watching, this one's for you. So our descending economy picking, this is how fast I can get it. We're going to play it in D minor. Or I guess F major. You can just blaze through that scale so fast. It's amazing. How much your effects cost? How much does your effects cost? Well, the plugin is like $100-something bucks. I mean, you could get this sound as long as you have a home studio setup. You could definitely, you know, get that for $100 bucks. As long as you have studio monitors and a good computer and, you know, an interface, yeah, audio interface, that's all you need. I can't get my economy picking consistent. Sometimes I can play fast, but other times it gets really unsynchronized. A lot of people have that problem with economy picking because of the nature of economy picking. It's not as rhythmic. Well, it doesn't feel as rhythmic, I guess, as alternate picking. So you're not the only person who has that issue. But once you get it down, you can, you know, focus on the dynamics and the tone a little bit better, with that being said. So that's a common, you know, thing people struggle with for sure. So yeah, that's what I found, that you just got to keep working on it. I was also a natural economy picker, you know, for all those years. I was natural at being an economy picker, but I was also an alternate picker for a long time as well. So now I just do both. I do whatever I want, and yeah, do whatever I want. heavier gauge strings? No, I use 8s. That economy picking was impressive. Can you slow it down and show it to us? Yeah. So when you're ascending, it's down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. When you're descending, it's up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Pick any 3-note. Pick any 3 notes per string scale you want. It's almost hard to play slow. It's almost like you have more control over alternate. But definitely not as fast. Yo, Straten, I know this is like a pretty newbie thing to ask, but what's the best way to get your sweep picking hands in sync with each other? You gotta use basically 2-string arpeggios, I would say, is the best way to start. Just go down, down, up. So down, down, up, and then work on 3 strings is probably the best before you get into 5, string. Like. Hi, I've often seen your play on Instagram. It was great with very accurate picking. Oh, shout out to you, man. Thank you. Thank you. That's how a lot of people found me, actually, was from Instagram. I got a big following on Instagram. I have like 160-something thousand followers. So before I was as active on YouTube, I was actually a lot more active on Instagram over the years. Now I'm more active on both, which is, ideal. Why don't you use humbucker? What about this humbucker? There's a humbucker right there. How do you play so well? I have over 20,000 hours of experience. I've been playing longer than most people. Well, I played more hours than most people. That's the truth. I need help with picking. What do you need help with? Do you own PRS guitars? I don't own any. Do you have your action set really low? I mean, it's medium low. Are you currently playing with a real amp? No, I'm using a plugin. What effects do you use? I'm just using reverb and delay and overdrive. Hi, or hey, Straten. I have followed you for quite a long time. Can you give an advice for making an improvement in my alternate picking? You shred, dude. Thank you. To improve your alternate picking, what you need to do is just sit there with 3 notes per string scales and practice. Practice, practice, practice. That's pretty much all you need to do. Sit there with, actually, or you could start with 2 notes per string. So take pentatonic scales and just go up and down. And if you're good at that, then just go 3 notes per string. I found you on YouTube Shorts. Oh, thanks, man. Shout out to you. That's cool. A lot of people told me that. Many people found me on YouTube or Instagram, actually. Any tips on outside playing, like Guthrie style, for example? For outside playing, you want to just focus on maybe like these 3 scales will probably help. I would say whole tone scale. Then maybe the diminished scale. And then maybe, you could do even diminished arpeggios. You could even use augmented triads as well. So augmented triads would also work for outside playing. And another scale that's actually the most musical of all, I actually think, is probably the melodic minor scale. Melodic minor scale is the easiest way to, go in and out of outside playing. You could kind of do stuff pentatonic and then add that melodic minor in, and it'll flow in a nice fusion way, kind of like. See what I mean? I went from in to outside playing, which is cool. Someone said melodic minor sounds great for that outside sound. Oh yeah, for sure. Greetings from Indonesia. Hey, shout out to you. Thanks for joining. And if anyone is new here and they haven't subscribed to the channel, would appreciate it if you subscribe. I'm getting closer and closer to 100,000 subscribers. Do you have any Dean guitars? I don't have any Dean guitars. I appreciate you jamming for us tonight, Strat. 100, he said, 100K coming in no time, dude. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Always appreciate having you, man. Do you have any music out there now that I can check out? Not now, but you will be hearing music from me probably this summer. I have a single I'm getting prepared to release. Okay, what scale is this? I'm using not 3 strings, but string skipping. So that was just basically like E minor 9 sort of sounds or E minor 7 sort of sounds, if I recall. But this could be interpreted as G major 7 as well if you do this. Or you could do, you could make that G minor 7. I like that string skipping phrase. It's so cool. It sounds like neon lights, if that makes any sense. Haha. What's neon lights? Elaborate. Oh yes. Sorry to clarify. Actual glowing neon lights: blue, purple, green, bright white. Interesting. This live stream is brought to you by caffeine, coffee, because it's motivating me to play a lot of shred. Do you do this often? I do it once or twice a week. Live streams you're referring to? By the way, who's been watching my shorts? Love the shorts. Amazing. Yeah, I've been posting a lot of shorts. The shorts got me here. Oh, sweet. I found your channel on shorts. That's amazing. Been posting a lot of shorts. Gonna get some main channel videos up soon too. Got any Sean Lane licks? Not too many, but check this out. These are kind of hard to play that on this guitar. Be easier with a 20-inch radius. I love that diminished arpeggio. It's hilariously fast. I saw Sean Lane play at a car lot. Oh, no way! That's awesome. Here's another Sean Lane lick. I think this is from his instructional DVD too. It's like this sort of hammer-on only. That's actually pretty quick. He does it with this one scale. Doesn't he do something like... Oh, you could do that with melodic minor as well. That'd be cool. It sounds awesome with melodic minor. Man, I can't get that super fast right now. Much easier with just not melodic minor. How would that work with harmonic minor? Oh, that'd be a lot easier. Do fast pentatonic hybrid picking. Pentatonic hybrid picking? How would I do that? You could do something like this. That's tough. That's actually really tough. Playing those E minor pentatonics in fours. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then descent or ascending is easier. Ooh, that is tough. Really tough. Oh my gosh. Which pickup is that? I'm using Kiesel, Beryllium in the bridge, and Mark Singles in the middle and neck. Crazy how Sean Lane was a piano virtuoso as well. Yeah, that is crazy. How do you do pull-offs and hammer-ons so well? Well, pull-offs and hammer-ons aren't actually that difficult in the grand scheme of things. What becomes much more difficult is once you start doing a little bit more advanced stuff. But with that being said, I've been playing for a long time. I have over 20,000 hours of practice. So there's your answer. I just played a lot of guitar. But yeah, that hybrid picking stuff is really cool. Let's try that in F sharp minor pentatonic. That's getting easier right now. Do you have a band genre? Working on it right now. I'm working on a solo album with instrumental songs, and it's like hard rock. That's cool. Let's try it now in D. listened to Jack Rutch? I don't know. What band is he in? Yo, Stratton, you have any extended range guitar, 7 strings and whatnot? I don't have any like that, but I was just thinking about that. That might be something I'm going to do in the future. Who thinks I should do it? Have you ever heard of Jack White? I think so. I'm not familiar if I have heard of him. I feel like I've heard the name, though. What would you compare Kiesel necks to? I mean, the Kiesel necks I go for remind me of like my Fender guitars. So I'm more of like a standard neck kind of guy where I don't want anything too crazy, nothing too thin, nothing too thick. So it's just like a happy medium that is just like, a standard Fender style neck, which is cool. I mean, that's what I would say. It's sort of like, but what I actually know I like now is because of Kiesel is the tongue oil finish on the neck. Before I used to play guitars with gloss finishes on the neck, but this guitar does not have a gloss finish, and all the other guitars I have now from Kiesel are tongue oil, which is like a satin finish on the neck, which is really cool. Makes it so much easier to play, and basically, yeah, it just makes it easier to shred on. But gloss necks are cool, but I feel like I've almost graduated from that, so to speak. I'm just not into it as much as I used to be. Yo, Stratton, I'm gonna hop off the stream. Keep playing, dude. Keep doing what you do. It's amazing. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate having you on the stream. This is a good question. Hold on. I have 2 questions I want to get to. Wait, actually, my bad. I'm getting lost with all these comments. What radius you prefer? Okay, this is a question that I wanted to answer. What radius do I prefer? So I prefer a radius that is usually 12 to 16 compound, because you get that sort of classic vibe up here on the neck, and then you get that sort of shredder vibe up here on the neck. But now I'm actually really considering, should I go back to the 20-inch radius that I have on my headless Delos for my new guitars, because I'm getting ready to get some new guitars pretty soon probably, and well, I am, but I just got to get the specs right. But I don't know. I want to get a 20-inch radius for a Delos because I feel like it would really add to the shredder vibe and it would make it easier to play. So I'm trying to update the specs for these kind of guitars that I've been playing. And I might go 20-inch radius on the next one. I'm not fully sure. I know I like this. This is a guarantee I like. And I even like 14-inch radiuses. I know I like all that, but I feel like the 20 would make it so much just easier to get those stretches, get that. But I have a guitar with a 20-inch radius and I love it. The only downside to it is playing chords that are like small chords, like these kind of. It just makes it slightly more like your fingers almost feel a little bit squished. But that's not really a big deal because it wouldn't be like that much of a bluesy rock guitar anyway. But I kind of want the best of both worlds. That's why I like, 12 to 16 compound. But at the end of the day, I might just go with the 20 and just. There's always a compromise when you're speccing out a guitar with specs. There's always going to be a compromise to some degree. So I love the 20-inch radius though on my headless Delos. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Hey Stratton, I've been playing for about 7 years. Obviously, your skill is very impressive. Any practice tips for someone looking to jump from advanced to a more expert level? You got to get into, maybe more economy picking stuff. You got to get more well-rounded with your harmony. There's a lot of stuff that I could recommend to you. And if anyone is interested in guitar lessons with me, I do offer one-on-one lessons. If you want to check it out or check out the link in the description, you can contact me. I have an email provided for one-on-one lessons, and I also have a course. Well, it's more of a collection of licks, and basically what I'm trying to say is if you want to check out the collection of licks, it's called Insta Licks for Guitar. There's a lot of ideas in there that might progress your playing to a new level just because of the cool note choices and harmony that are in that pack. So check that out. Or if you're interested in one-on-one lessons, I could definitely work with you one-on-one if our schedules, work together, you know what I mean? Wish I could stay longer. Thanks for the stellar playing and tips. Hey, shout out to you, Mr. Sir. Always enjoy having you on these live streams. You're always showing so much support. Appreciate you, man. Have a good one. Have a good day or a good night, actually, wherever you are. How can we get lessons? Where do we go? All you got to do is check out the link that is in the description. So the description of this live stream has all the information. So yeah, you can contact me on my email if you want one-on-one lessons, or if you want to check out that course I was talking about, that that Insta Licks for Guitar. You could check that out. It's only $20. But yeah, either contact the email that I have provided in the link in the description, or you can check out the course, or the collection of licks, I should say. It's all in the description of this live stream. Every time one of your clips pops up on my page, I literally go and grab my guitar. That's amazing, man. That's amazing, man. Love to hear that. There definitely needs to be more humble guitarists in the world like yourself, Strat. I believe your online lessons can provide just that. Hey, man, thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that compliment, man. I subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. And if anyone else who is new here hasn't subscribed, would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. I'm getting so close to 100,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new here, subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate it. Is that a standard 9.5 fretboard radius? No, this is actually, we were just talking about that. This is a 12 to 16 compound radius. Okay, here's a question. I'm going to hold this here so I can read it. How has your practice routine changed as you have progressed? I haven't been playing long, but I'm having so much fun and your content is inspiring. Well, thank you. My routine is just progressed based off of what needs work. You know what I mean? Whatever needs work, that's what my routine is. And mostly I'm focusing on songwriting anyway nowadays. So that's what I just focus on. Whatever needs work. Whatever is incompetent is what gets worked on. That's as simple as that. And when I do these live streams, you see me in real time work on something. I'm like, oh, that's not clean enough. All right, get to it. That's it. Gotta head out for the night. Insane playing. I'll catch you on your next stream, brother. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thank you for joining. I'm a huge fan and I'm subbed. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thank you. I'm a huge fan and I'm subbed. Yes, shout out to you, man. Thank you. You are incredible. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. I will be playing a little bit more. Do you know any Queen solos? I don't. I never really learned much Queen, but I like Queen. They're great. He just did, Eric Johnson. Nobody caught it. Oh, did I? Yeah, I was definitely doing that earlier in the stream. Wow, I'm shocked how good you are, though. Thank you. Thank you. Do you know EVH Eruption? Yeah, I learned that within the first 6 months of me playing guitar. That was literally my song that I went to play as, like, you know, the achievement for me to progress as a guitar player. Within the first 6 months, I was like, this is a goal that I have. And I basically was like, if I can play it within the first 6 months, that would be amazing. And I did just that. And I was really proud of myself for it. It was amazing. What kind of amp are you playing through? I'm playing through a plugin from Polychrome DSP. It's called the McRockland Suite. And I'm also going to be heading out here in a minute, so I got a couple more licks I'm going to play, and then I'm going to be heading out. So if you have any more questions, just let me know. I'm going to play one more lick. Ah, that was cool. All right. Thank you thank you to everyone who joined this live stream. And basically, yeah, I'll be back for some more live streams. And with that being said, if anyone who is new here hasn't subscribed, would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. Getting so close to 100,000 subscribers. And if anyone is interested in guitar lessons with me, you can contact me for one-on-one lessons with the email that I provided that's linked in the description. And there's also basically a course you can check out that's linked in the description. It's a lesson pack with a collection of my favorite licks. So with that being said, shout out to you guys. Really appreciate everyone who joined the live stream today. And I'll be back with some more live streams, videos, shorts, all that stuff soon. So peace out, everyone. Really appreciate your support as always. All right. Peace out. Peace out, everyone. Peace.